Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Shine. This is the Shine Daily Football Channel, and today I am coming at you with a brand new camera. So let me know if you guys can tell the difference in quality. But we are back with the Premier League roundup, and the Premier League, man, it just keeps giving and giving and giving week on week. Zero disappointments, and this week was absolutely no exception. I'm going to try to change this up a little bit. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm only going to devote 1 minute to each game. So talk about each team for about 30 seconds and kind of experiment with this episode a little bit like that. If it goes over a few seconds, that's fine. But I just kind of want to see how that works out. Kind of make this a little bit more concise for you guys as well. I'm also going to be including a kind of my general thoughts of the week. Who impressed me, who didn't impress me, who I need more of, which player was possibly one of the best of the week, yada, yada, yada. So without further ado, let's kind of go through it and do these one at a time. We're going to start out with the biggest game of the week, which was the Manchester City-Chelsea game. The game was held at the Bridge, and Manchester City, hats off to them. Absolutely fantastic this game. Chelsea did not offer anything. And when I mean they didn't offer anything, I mean they didn't offer anything. There was so much pressure from this Man City team. They were so aggressive in that on the front foot and just did not let Chelsea get out. Chelsea in total only had about 5 shots to City's 15, 0 shots on target for Chelsea. I'm going to give them some credit. They played well defensively. The goal was a bit of a deflected shot. XG at the game at 1.69 to 0.19, giving you an idea that Mendy also did have a few good saves. There was a saving off the line. There was a few opportunities for City to score. They deservedly won this game. Not disaster for Chelsea. There's no shame in losing, but these are the games that if you're looking for championships, and I think this year it's going to be really close. I don't see any team really going on to one of those 20, 30 game win streaks, except maybe Man City, but no. I think more than anything else, it's just made the rest of the league very exciting. City needed this win after the draw against Southampton. You can't afford too many bad results right now in this league. So they're back in form, tied on points with Chelsea, both on 13, slightly better goal difference. City actually has had the least expected XG against across Europe. They actually have a better one than Napoli now. City are looking very dangerous. Somehow I decided to put them as 4th in my title prediction. I'm going to rue the day, obviously. Moving on, United Villa. As a United fan, obviously, I was insanely disappointed by this result. Villa played well. Villa played very well. I think I don't know if they were win necessarily. I don't know if they deserve the win necessarily. The game could have easily gone from 1-0 to could have been 2-2, possibly could have been 2-1. It was a pretty even game all in all. The XG had it at 1.5 to 1.93. United did have a penalty that we skied, obviously. It was kind of just written in the stars that was going to happen. But not a good game for United. Very sloppy, very weak on possession. The passes were slow. I do not understand what it is. Some days this Manchester United team looks unbeatable and the passes are fizzing all around the place and we're creating chances and goals are being scored. But then there are games like this that it just looks like nobody's played with each other before and everybody's just taking shots from everywhere they want. Credit to Villa. They played fantastically well. They defended well. They attacked well. Possibly could have had another goal. Very impressed by Villa and what Dean Smith has done. I actually think against Chelsea, they also deserve to win. They played very well that game. They didn't deserve to lose 3-0. But moving on, that's kind of what happens in this wonderful league of ours. We have Watford Newcastle. Now, I was on the flip side of saying, oh, Watford, easy. I don't believe in Newcastle. Newcastle deserved more out of this game than just one goal. They had a few opportunities. Longstaff with an amazing goal, by the way. Foster should have done better, most likely, on it, but very, very nice goal from Longstaff. Just a little disappointed from Watford. I was kind of, after last week and what I said about between them and Norwich, I kind of expected a little bit more. Obviously, a 1-1 is not a horrible result for either team. I think they both take it. Newcastle most likely Newcastle obviously needs to win much more than Watford does at this point in the season, but not the most exciting of games. Actually, I had it at 2.5 to 0.9, kind of giving that Newcastle did deserve at least one more goal this game. It is what it is. They just need to be doing better more than anything else. They really need to be doing better. That's kind of all I can really say about Newcastle, though. Watford, I think they're fine. I'm not too worried about Watford, honestly. We'll find out in the next couple weeks, though. Everton continued. Norwich are the free game this year for everybody almost. They're eventually going to surprise somebody. It's going to be United, obviously, that they get that result against, because of course that's going to happen. But Everton, just consistent, 2.2 to 0.8. Not much to talk about in this game. Everton were missing a few players. Dominic Calvert-Lewin wasn't playing, or Charleston wasn't playing, but not that big of a deal. They deserved the win. It was comfortable. It was easy. Not a lot to say about it. Norwich, you're going to go down. There's not much question about it. You guys just need to avoid being the worst team in Premier League history to have ever gone down. That's the only thing. It's one of those like FIFA manager moments where just like, I think we're just going to cancel. We're just going to delete this save file and start up a new one. It's almost getting to that point with Norwich. Moving on, West Ham Leeds, one of the great games of the weekend. West Ham, what a time to score a goal from Mikel Antonio. 89th minute, finished last week of the game. What a goal, 2-1 West Ham. The game was pretty close. XG added at 1.21, 1.99. Leeds has been struggling this season. During my first video or so, I believe I mentioned, I didn't expect Leeds to have this second season syndrome going on, but it definitely feels like they do. I don't think they've played bad in any of the games, but I just don't think they've played well enough. Rafinha opened the scoring in this game. Good little goal from him. Pickford could have Fabianski could have done better on it, arguably, but it was a really good shot. And on the flip side, West Ham are just one of the best teams in the league at the moment, honestly. Without much else that can be said about it. They're just one of the best teams in the league. They're just fantastic to watch. They're very entertaining. And Mikel Antonio is arguably the most informed player in the league. It's just kind of impressive. The last goal, he took it so well. Got the ball last minute of the game. Dribbles past the defender. Perfect finish. Sublime. Well done to him. Huge credit to West Ham, who are currently sitting in 7th place. 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Very good for them. Very, very good for them. I've been impressed with West Ham so far. They're 2 points behind. They're 3 points behind Liverpool in first place. Like, 5 teams have 13 points. So, West Ham are doing fine. Very, very impressed with them so far. We'll see if they can... I think they are going to push for a Europa League spot again. I don't know if they can achieve it, though. We'll find out. Leicester Burnley. Now, again, Leicester's kind of has that Burnley vibes of last season where despite playing better, they just aren't getting results, really. I don't think they played bad this game. I think they deserved goals. Vardy was everywhere. Scored 2 for Leicester, 1 against Leicester. It was great. The XG had it at 2.1 to 0.4 to Leicester. And to be fair, Burnley almost did win it at the last second, but it was an offside goal. Maxwell Cornet, what a goal, by the way. Congratulations to him on his first goal for the club. But I think Leicester... This is kind of what happens to Leicester towards the end of the season. They're usually pretty consistent at the beginning. I'm very confused as to what's exactly is happening that's kind of causing this friction for them. But we'll find out. Burnley, great result for them, obviously. It's their second point this season. Disappointed by Burnley, honestly. I don't think they're that bad, but they just... And then we spoke about this game in the big game preview, Liverpool-Brentford. What a freaking game this was. Absolute entertainment at its highest regard. I cannot say enough good things about Brentford. You guys all know I love Brentford. I love the style, the way they play, how aggressive they are, the entire philosophy of the club is fantastic. And I've kind of bored myself to death talking about them. I'm going to talk about Liverpool a little bit. Liverpool didn't necessarily... You can't say they deserve to win at this game by any stretch. Brentford had a decent amount of shots to Liverpool. They actually even had it in Brentford's edge. Brentford towards it. Liverpool, this is kind of the problem against when they come up against someone who is willing to match them on tempo. They don't really have that many weapons to bring on after that first 11. They can bring on Firmino or they can bring on Jota. That's pretty much it. This is kind of where Liverpool is kind of lacking for me right now this season, where I don't think they're going to win the league. Next week against City, they have their work cut out for them. I don't know in what world I predicted City to come forth. At the moment, I would be edging City above both Liverpool and Chelsea. At this specific moment, this is just fluid. But yeah, if you have money, put it on City. I went a little too negative with my view on them over the weekend. But moving on, 2 more games left, and we're doing pretty good on time, actually. So, Wolverhampton Southampton, a very, very even game. I don't think there was a more even display this weekend, honestly. 2 teams. Congratulations to Raul Jimenez for getting his goal. But in all honesty, Southampton had 3 times the shots, twice as many on target. Bruno Lage has his work cut out for him. This is possibly one of those games where we not necessarily deserve to win necessarily, but kind of getting the rub of the green a little bit based off the game that he did deserve and he didn't get the results. Wolves are sitting with 6 points, two wins out of 6 with 4 losses. Not great, not horrible. Southampton just need to win a game, honestly. I think they're playing well. They're doing really, really well. Hasenhüttl's a great manager, and he's doing pretty much everything in his power to kind of get this team moving. But it's just not... I just don't think they have enough quality in that team is the main argument. But congratulations to Raul Jimenez on finally getting a goal after that really bad head injury. But that's pretty much that. Moving on to Spurs Arsenal. We did speak about this game yesterday. I'm only going to do a little bit about it. My thoughts after a day. I'm not going to get too negative on Spurs. And what I do want to say about Arsenal is what I've kind of gone back and forth on and saying for the last few weeks is they have a very core young squad that has a lot of potential. And the thing is, if you're going to make investments, it's better to invest in younger players versus older players, because you can always resell them if they don't work out. Instead of investing in older players that you're pretty much banking on getting results now and trying to win now, always bank for the future. You're always going to be a better spot. And I think that's what Arsenal did really, really well. Tomiyasu looks absolutely fantastic. I've been very impressed with him ever since I've seen him. And finally, this is the full team pretty much. Aubameyang's back, Partey's back. Xhaka did get injured, but I think Lokonga looks great, honestly. And Saka and Smith Rowe are fantastic. Fantastic players. Odegaard didn't do him. I'm sorry. Yes, he did. I apologize. And Odegaard is great as well. Why not? He can be good too. And then last but not least, Spurs. They just look not coached, honestly. They were my disappointment of the week by far. I just wanted to see more from them, and I didn't. I really didn't. Moving on, Crystal Palace, Brighton, the last game. I just watched this right now. Brighton, with the opportunity to go top of the table, did not take it. The absence of Yves Bissouma really hit them hard this game. I think they just they weren't able to deal with that Palace press. And credit to Palace, they played fantastic. But the game still ended 1-1. Brighton barely created anything. They could have arguably had a shout for a penalty. Can't really say Crystal Palace created much. It was a very close contest between two rivals, and I think 1 point each is pretty deserved for both teams. You could kind of be edging it to Palace. They did get their goal at the 90th minute, Brighton, with a Neal Maupay goal. Fantastic. Love Neal Maupay. Love that charisma, the attitude he's got. And moving on to a very exciting season we're going to have ahead of us right now. There are between Liverpool, who has 14 points, and West Ham, who has 11. That is teams 1 through 7 of the table. 3 points difference. 5 teams have 13 points. It's going to be exciting. I still think no team is going to be... I don't think Everton, Brighton, West Ham, Villa, Brentford, Arsenal, Spurs, even Leicester. I don't think any of those teams are challenging for top 4 this year. I just think even this United being the weakest of the top 4, they're still going to finish in the top 4. It would be cataclysmic if they don't. They're just so much better than everybody else. It's not even an argument. But the top of the table is going to be close. It's going to be close every week, and it's going to be fascinating to watch. Next week, we have an amazing game, City versus Liverpool. United also play Everton, both 2 big games. Obviously, City and Liverpool is significantly bigger, and it's going to be very entertaining to see how that goes. My player of the week has to go to Bernardo Silva in the Man City game. I think he played fantastic against Chelsea, absolutely everywhere on that pitch. And my goal of the week... My goal of the week, I'm going to give to Antonio, honestly. I really enjoy that style of goal. Quick dribble, finish. Fantastic. This is Sean Adeli, and this is Sean Adeli Football Channel. I am back with y'all tomorrow with the Champions League. I cannot wait. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.